Good morning, students. Today, in this lecture, we will learn about how to design a digital Butterworth filter by using bilinear transformation. So, in previous lecture video, we had discussed about how to design digital Butterworth filter by using impulse invariance transformation. Yeah. Now, here we are using bilinear transformation. I'll give you one example problem for you. So before that, I want to share something about Butterworth filter. What does actually it will do? Butterworth filter. The Butterworth filter is a one kind of signal processing filter. One type of signal processing filter. It is designed to have a flat frequency response. Flat frequency response as possible in the pass band. It means there is no ripple which is present in the pass band. That is first condition. There is no ripple present in the pass band. And second point is, and it has zero roll of response in stop band. Zero roll of response in stop band. So this is the main thing which it will do. Okay, there is no ripple in pass band and zero roll of response in stop band. So Butterworth filters are one of the most commonly used in digital filters, in motion analysis and in audio circuits. This is the real-time application where it is actually used. Motion analysis and in audio circuit we are using Butterworth filter only. Okay, let's enter into this session. Design digital Butterworth filter which satisfy the following specification. See the param specification. So 0.9, that is h of j omega, that is analog frequency response. So lies between 0.9 to 1. For condition omega lies between 0 to pi by 2. Then here h of j omega less than or equal to 0.2. For omega lies between 3 pi by 4 to then pi. Okay, then pi. So look at this problem specification, right? So here this omega, capital omega, it represents analog frequency. This omega represents digital frequency, right? Okay. Next, use bilinear transformation. Okay, how to solve this problem? We are going to design this problem by using bilinear transformation method. And one more thing is also given, that is assume t equal to 1 second. That is capital T, time period equal to 1 second. This is also given in this problem. Okay, right. First thing is, you just note it down before solving this problem. One thing is, you just keep in your mind, right? Already, as I said, there are two different methods. That is, there are two different types of specification are asking in this problems. Digital Butterworth filter, isn't it? One is like this kind of specification, or another one is paragraph format. That is the pass band ripple, stop band ripple, pass band frequency, stop band frequency. These are all directly given. Okay, this is one kind of problem. This is another kind of problem, right? Okay. Next thing is, we just note it down. Omega value. What kind of omega it should be given in this problem? Okay, whether it is capital omega or digital omega. That is small omega. See, look at this problem here. The capital omega is also given, small omega is also given, right? If it is given, you don't consider it is a wrong one. Okay, but there is a procedure for to find out the or to transform the analog to digital, right? Because our digital filter is not obtained it's directly, isn't it? So how it will obtain? It is obtained from the analog filter only. So any digital filter, it can be designed from the analog filter only. First you have to design the analog filter, and then using some method or some technology, and then it will be transferred into digital filter, isn't it? So this is the basic concept for to design the digital Butterworth filter, right? So look at this problem here. You have that some challenges are faced in this problem, right? So what are the challenges you could face in this problem? While seeing this problem itself, here there are two different omegas are given in this problem, isn't it? So capital omega is also given, small omega is also given. Okay, no problem. First, you just compare with the standard format. Okay, so you know the standard format, that is here h of j omega lies between. So instead of here, you write down 1 divided by root of 1 plus epsilon square. 1 divided by root of 1 plus epsilon square, isn't it? So here it is lies between 1. So h of j omega lies between less than or equal to 1 divided by square root of 1 plus lambda square, because it is stop band. This is pass band ripple. This is stop band ripple. This is pass band ripple. So here for analog frequency, here capital omega is given means the condition also represented in terms of capital omega only. But here the small omegas are given. So you just look at this variation. Next thing is omega. Generally omega lies between 0 to omega p, isn't it? Omega p, because it is pass band frequency. Then here stop band frequencies, here omega lies between stop band frequency to pi, because any filter if you draw here, you start from 0 to pi, isn't it? So in between you have pass band as well as stop band. So I put here pass band and stop band. So this is the standard format, right? First you just find out the parameter, that is epsilon, lambda, omega p and omega s. This is the first step you have to find out here, right? So here 1 divided by root of 1 plus epsilon square, which is equal to 0.9, isn't it? In this place you have 0.9, so I just equating this into 0.9. Next, second step, 1 by root of 1 plus lambda square, it is exactly equal to 0.2. So I just compare this one, right? Second thing is we need to find out omega p and omega s, isn't it? But here instead of this omega you have the digital frequency, right? So here we have omega p, that is digital frequency, so omega p equal to pi by 2. Okay, but here we have omega s, that is stop band frequency, that is capital omega, that is analog frequency only, so there is no problem. So here you just put it on omega s, which is equal to 3 pi by 4, right? But here omega p, but bilinear transformation, digital frequency is given, but you need to convert this into analog frequency. How to convert this digital to analog means by using this formula, that is frequency warping formula. Okay, so this is the formula for to convert this digital to analog, that is omega p, which is equal to 2 by t tan omega p by 2. 2 by t tan omega p by 2. Okay, so here omega p will be given, that is pi by 2. So 2 times t equal to 1 second. So I put here 1. 2 by 1, 2. So 2 into tan pi by 2 divided by 2. So it means pi by 4. Okay, so 2 times tan pi by 4. Tan pi by 4. Tan pi by 4 is 45 degree. It means 1. So 1 into 2, 2. Okay, so now you find out this omega p, that is omega p is 2. Isn't it? So second step. Okay, so suppose in this problem I will take consider this is also small omega. If I consider this is small omega, okay, so here also you need to convert it, right? So omega s, which is equal to 3 pi by 4. This is small omega, isn't it? That is digital frequency. Now I need to convert this analog frequency. First you have to convert it. If it is capital omega, there is no problem for to conversion. But if it's digital frequency, okay, be careful in that. You need to convert it into analog, and then only we will proceed the problem. Okay, so here omega s, which is equal to 3 pi by 4. Now omega s, which is equal to 2 by t tan omega s by 2. Now we substitute this 3 pi by 4 here. Okay, what do we get? 2 into tan 3 pi by 4 divided by 2. It means 3 pi by 4 into 2, 8. Okay, so while using the calculation, you can get this answer 4.828. This is omega s. that is capital omega s. Okay, so far we have find out omega p and omega s value, that is analog frequency value, analog passband as well as analog stopband value, right? Now you need to calculate epsilon and lambda. So from this you have to find out epsilon, from this you have to find out lambda. Okay, let us see one by one. Okay, I'll just erase it, all this content. See, find epsilon and lambda value. How to find out here? 1 divided by root of 1 plus epsilon square equal to 0.9. Okay, as usual you'll do here. First you have taking the square root on both sides, squaring on both sides. So square and square root will be cancelled out. So you can get 1 divided by 1 plus epsilon square equal to 0.9 whole square. It means 0.81, right? So now 0.81 it will comes down here. So 1 divided by 0.81 equal to 1 plus epsilon square. So the 1 by 8.81 is nothing but 1.234. Now equal to 1 plus epsilon square. This one it will move into left hand side, means it become minus. So 1.234 minus 1. Okay, so it means 0.234. So it will give epsilon square. Now again you will take the square root on both sides. Now square root and square will be cancelled out. So therefore epsilon equal to square root of 0.234 is 0.484. Okay, using the calc and find out this answer, and also you have to check this answer whether it is right or wrong. Okay, next similar way you find out the lambda value. So here 1 by root of 1 plus lambda square equal to 0.2. Now taking squaring on both sides. So now 1 by 1 plus lambda square equal to 0.2 whole square, it means 0.04. So when this term, when it comes into left hand side, it comes down into denominator side. This denominator portion it will move into numerator part. See, this is a certain rule, right? So 1 divided by 0.04, which is equal to 1 plus lambda square. So 1 divided by 0.04 is 25. 25 equal to 1 plus lambda square. Now 25 minus 1 is 24. 24 equal to lambda square. Therefore lambda equal to, when you take the square root, you can get the 4.898. Okay. So far we have find out epsilon value, lambda value, omega p value, and omega s value. Okay, we found all the 4 parameter value. Next we move on to the design procedure. That is the step 1. So to find out the order of the filter. Okay, that is you need to calculate the n value, that is capital N value. So here n which is equal to, not equal to, n greater than or equal to. Okay, so this is very important here. You put sign is greater than or equal to, not you put equal to. If you put equal to, it means if you get the answer, this is the exact value for n. Okay, but our condition, our procedure is, second step will be round off it to next higher integer. Okay, if you put exactly equal to, it means there is no possible path to round off it into next higher integer. Okay, so there is a rule for here. The sign is very important. So here you put greater than or equal to. Okay, so n greater than or equal to logarithm of lambda by epsilon divided by logarithm of omega s by omega p. That is stop band ripple by pass band ripple divided by logarithm of stop band frequency by pass band frequency. Okay, this is the formula. Now you substitute all the value for this lambda, epsilon, omega s, and omega p. So what do you get here? When you first use the calc and find out the result, okay, you can get this answer 1.005 divided by 0.382. While solving this fraction, you can get 2.63. Okay, n greater than or equal to 2.63. So it means round off is to next higher integer. So 2.63. So next higher integer will be 3. Okay, n equal to 3. Right. Now, before find out the cutoff, that is h of s, system transfer function. Okay, for n equal to 3, already I will post a table also for order of the filter n equal to 1 to n equal to 7, corresponding h of s value. Okay, if you have any doubt, you just go through that video and then come back to this video, right? So, but you always remember all the 7 value. Okay, for n equal to 1, the corresponding h of s value, what is that? N equal to 2, corresponding h of s, n equal to 3, then only it will be easiest for you. Okay, so n equal to 1 means h of s equal to 1 by s plus 1. N equal to 2 means 1 by s square plus root 2 s plus 1. When n equal to 3 means 1 by h of s equal to 1 by s plus 1 into s square plus root 2 s plus 1. I guess you should buy out all the formulae, right? Result, not formulae, this is a result. Okay, now n equal to 3 means h of s which is equal to 1 by s plus 1 s square a plus s plus 1. Okay, so this is just taken from your table. Okay, you first note it down this formula and then you find out the cutoff frequency. Right, clear? So after this, you should write down this formula. Okay, and then you find out the cutoff frequency. Now you come back into cutoff frequency. Okay, omega c. So what is the formula for to calculate the omega c? So omega c which is equal to omega p divided by epsilon whole power 1 by n. Epsilon whole power 1 by n. It means 10 power 0.1 ap then minus 1 whole power 1 by 2n. Right? This is the standard formula. No? So 10 power 0.1 ap minus 1 whole power 1 by 2 is nothing but epsilon. So I put here, so I substitute here epsilon. So epsilon whole power 1 by n. So what is that epsilon value? Epsilon value is 0.484 whole power 1 by n value is 3. So I put here 1 by 3. So pi by 2. Omega p is pi by 2. Okay. By using the calc, find out the result. That is 2.546. Omega c equal to 2.546. Okay. So next is step 3. Step 3 is to find out the analog frequency system transfer function, that is HAFS, for the above cutoff frequency omega c. Okay, first one is you just taken from the table, first transfer function, and second transfer function is how to find out the second transfer function, that is just substitute s can be replaced by s by omega c, because if your problem you need to convert or you need to design digital Butterworth low pass filter means you just substitute s equal to s by omega c. If it is given, you find out s equal to s by omega c. If it is not given, you just consider as a low pass filter. Okay, default filter is low pass filter, so don't bother about that. But in your problem, that is in your question, they are asking, specifically asking what kind of filter. What kind of filter you need to design. Suppose design digital Butterworth high pass filter, design digital Butterworth band pass filter, or design digital Butterworth band stop filter. Okay, likewise, if it is asking specifically, they are mentioned means in this step you follow that transformation formula. Okay, so in last video itself, uh, I said I will gave all the transformation formula. It means how to transform from low pass filter to low pass, how to transform from low pass to high pass, how to transform low pass to band pass, how to transform from low pass to band stop. Okay, you just before coming into this video, you just go through the previous lecture video also, right? So here there is in this problem there is specifically not given, isn't it? Yeah, specifically this is not mentioned it here. So you consider as it is low pass filter. Okay, so default filter will be low pass filter. So I take down here f can be replaced by s by omega c. Now I substitute here s by omega c. Omega c there is also give find out, that is 2.546. So I substitute here s tends to s by 2.546. I substitute in this h of s. Now I will get h a of s, that is analog system transfer function. H a of s which is equal to 1 divided by instead of s I substitute here s by 2.546 plus 1. So here second product term is s square, no? So s by 2.546 whole square plus s. So s by 2.5467 plus 1. Okay. Now you simplify this transfer function. So you can get here square term, isn't it? So 116.503 divided by s plus 2.546 into s square plus 2.546s plus 6.4841. So you just simplify it. Okay. Next, as of now, you find out that or you design the analog Butterworth filter. Okay, analog Butterworth filter is designed. Now, this and from this analog filter can transfer into digital Butterworth filter. Okay, but by using here bilinear transformation. Okay, now what is that rule? Find h of z. H of z means it represents digital, right? Digital Butterworth filter. So h of z using bilinear transformation. So this is the formula. H of z equal to h a of s at s equal to 2 by t 1 minus z inverse divided by 1 plus z inverse. Okay. If s domain it will be transformed into z domain means it means digital. analog to, it will be converted into digital nil. Okay, so here in S domain, I substitute 2 by t 1 minus z inverse divided by 1 plus z inverse. Okay, so 1 minus z inverse divided by 1 plus z inverse. Here t equal to 1 second now. So for 2 times 1 minus z inverse divided by 1 plus z inverse. This is the formula for to design the digital Butterworth filter by using bilinear transformation. And compared to the impulse invariance, student's point of view, it is very easiest for you. Okay, because in impulse invariance, I give you the 3 different formula, So depend upon the situation, you using that formula. But here there is no the condition for that. You just substitute S can be replaced by 2 by t 1 minus z inverse divided by 1 plus z inverse. This is enough for here. Okay, so here t equal to 1 second, so I substitute here t equal to 1 second. So 2 times 1 minus z inverse divided by 1 plus z inverse. I substitute here in HA of S. Now what do you get? 16.503 whole divided by instead of S I substitute 2 into 1 minus z inverse then divided by 1 plus z inverse plus 2.546. First product term is over. Next, when it comes to the second product term, instead of S you substitute here 2 into 1 minus z inverse divided by 1 plus z inverse whole square. So these two become whole square, no? So I consider 4. So here 5.09 into 1 minus z inverse divided by 1 plus z inverse plus 6.482. So when you simplify this result, you can get this answer. Okay, so you just take the LCM and you will you will get the denominator by denominator. So last denominator comes into numerator part. So you keep it as remaining portion is kept as a denominator portion. Right? Am I clear? So you just solve this, simplify this result. Right? Because for this time consumption, I show you the direct result. Right? So h of z equal to 0.233. 1 plus z inverse whole cube divided by 1 plus 0.439 z inverse plus 0.384 z power minus 2 plus 0.041 z power minus 3. So this is the digital filter. Okay, digital transformation filter. Okay, this is one kind of method. Do you have any doubt here? Right. Next, we move on to another method, but by using the same bilinear transformation. Let us see how to approach this kind of method also. Right. I'll show it here. Determine the system function h of z for low order. Low order means low pass. Okay. So low order Butterworth digital filter with the following specification. So first condition is 3 decibel ripple in pass band. Omega lies between 0 to 0.25. Second condition is 25 decibel attenuation in stop band. So that is 0.4 pi less than or equal to omega less than or equal to pi. Okay. So the parameter is not directly given. You need to find out the parameter. Okay, but it is directly given, isn't it? See, given data. So omega p. So omega lies between 0 to pass band now. So omega p pass band frequency is 0.25. So I take down here. So from this I take down this value 0.25. Next stop band frequency, that is omega s. So which is equal to 0.45. Okay. Next 3 decibel ripple in pass band. It means pass band attenuation in pass band attenuation. That is AP, or you may take down alpha p. Okay. So alpha p which is equal to 3 decibel. Stop band attenuation is 25. So I will take down 25 decibel. Then here t is not given, so I assume t equal to 1 second. Okay. Right. Now one more important step is here. Look at this problem. Here the digital frequency will be given. Omega will be digital frequency. Right. As I said earlier in previous problem itself, if it is digital frequency is given, okay, before start of the problems, you need to convert it into analog frequency, right? So you know that formula, that is warping formula, that is 2 by t tan omega p by 2. This is the frequency warping formula. Okay, so omega p which is equal to 2 by t tan omega p by 2. So 2 by t tan omega p is here 0.2 pi. So 0.2 pi divided by 2 is nothing but 0.1 pi. So t equal to 1 second. So 2 times tan 0.1 pi. Using the calculation, you can get this answer 0.65. Okay. Similarly, if I have to calculate the omega s, that is 2 by t tan omega s by 2. 2 by t tan 0.45 pi divided by 2. So which is equal to 1.71. Right. Now first step. Step 1 is to find out the order of the filter n. So n greater than or equal to logarithm of. Okay. So here in previous problem and all you get a lambda and epsilon value. But here AP and AS value only given data, your given data, right? So here you need to change the some modification in this formula, that is logarithm of square root of, here square root is important, okay, square root of 10 power 0.1 AS minus 1, that is dominant division, divided by 10 power 0.1 AP minus 1, divided by logarithm of omega s by omega p. So denominator term is same only changes occur in the numerator portion, right? So 10 power 0.1 AS minus 1 divided by 10 power 0.1 AP minus 1. Okay. Now substitute here all the value, parameter value here. So n greater than or equal logarithm of square root of 10 power 0.1 AS is, AS value should be, what is that AS? 25 decibel. So 25 into 0.1. Okay, I multiply this value. Then minus 1. Next 10 power 0.1 AP. AP is 3. So here 0.3 into 3. 0.1 into 3. Okay, here there will be some mistake here. 1 into 3. 10 power 0.1. I change this here. You just note it down. 10 power 0.1. Here 1 into 3. Here also minus 1. Here minus 1. Okay. So logarithm of omega s by omega p. You just want to do this correction. Right. So you can get 2.97. So it means n greater than or equal to 2.97. So second step will be round off is to next higher integer. So 2.97 means I will take down n equal to 3. Right. Then third step will be to find out the transfer function h of s. So h of s is just taken from your table. So from the table n equal to 3 means h of s equal to, what do you get? N equal to 3 means h of s equal to 1 by s plus 1, 1 by s plus 1, 2 factor term you will get it. One is first order and another is second order. Isn't it? 1 by s plus 1, s square plus s plus 1. Okay, this is a transfer function I just taken from your table. Okay, see. Look at this equation, 1 divided by s plus 1, s square plus s plus 1. Right. First you find out the analog system transfer function, HAFS. So how to find out this HAFS? H of s equal to at s equal to s by omega c, because it is low order filter, no? That means low pass filter. So s can be replaced by s by omega c. So before that you need to find out the omega c value, that is cutoff frequency value. So omega p which is equal to omega c, right? That is 0.65. So in this problem, omega p which is equal to 0.65. So I take down here omega p equal to 0.65. Directly given because it is a low order filter. So passband frequency is your cutoff frequency. So I will take down direct formula, that is 0.65. Okay. Next thing is you substitute here s can be replaced by s by 0.65. So wherever you have s, you just substitute here s by 0.65 and you simplify it, you can get this answer. Okay, then by using the bilinear transformation, you need to convert the digital Butterworth filter. That is h of z equal to h a of s at s equal to, this is the formula, 2 by t 1 minus z inverse divided by 1 plus z inverse. So here t equal 1 second. So 2 into 1 minus z inverse divided by 1 plus z inverse. So substitute here. Okay, so 0.65 whole cube divided by, instead of s I substitute here 2 into 1 minus z inverse divided by 1 plus z inverse, then plus 0.65. First term is over. Then second term, second product term is whole square, no? So 2 into 1 minus z inverse divided by 1 plus z inverse whole square. So 2 means 4. So only I will keep it as this fraction term alone. Square term is kept as in fraction term. Plus 0.65. Then into 2 into 1 minus z inverse divided by 1 plus z inverse plus 0.4255. 4225. Okay. Now you simplify this condition. When you take the LCM, here 1 plus z inverse. So here 1 plus z inverse whole square. Okay. Then 1 plus z inverse. Here also 1 plus z inverse. Right. So when you take the LCM here, 1 plus z inverse whole square, highest order, 2 into 1 minus z inverse, then into 1 plus z inverse, isn't it? So when I simplify here, taking the LCM and simplify here, you will get denominator by denominator. So the last denominator value comes into numerator portion, and you just rearrange the second denominator order. Okay, you just do it, practice it, and then you check your answer here. I'll show the answer result here. that is 0.02066 into 1 plus z inverse whole cube divided by 1 minus 0.51 z inverse into 1 minus 1.41 z inverse plus 0.751 z in power minus 2. Okay, so this is your h of z value. Okay, so I just concluded my topic here within this. So far we have discussed about how to design the digital Butterworth filter by using bilinear transformation. One more important interesting factor here, that is the digital frequency will be given in your problem. So for that you need to convert the omega frequency by using the warping formula. That is a interesting thing you will done here, and then the same procedure only followed in previous what we will do it did in previous method. The procedure and all same, and but by linear transformation here using the formula is put s equal 2 by t 1 minus z inverse divided by 1 plus z inverse. Okay, so these are the important things you should remember while solving this method. Okay, so thank you students, thank you for watching this video, thank you.